This week's episode of Tech News Day is sponsored by Mugsy Jeans and Capterra.
Facebook is terrible, but you already knew that.
Yeah.
And the great thing about being a company like Facebook is even when you get caught being terrible, the consequences are pretty much always inconsequential. Case in point, a recent class action lawsuit against Facebook over them just outright lying about viewership metrics on Facebook video resulted in a settlement of just $40 million.
Wait, now that sounds like a lot, Elliot.
No.
$40 million. What? I could do anything with $40 million.
You would think, but nah.
That's very small when you're a company the size of Facebook.
Yeah, that lawsuit also yielded some new information showing that even when caught in a lie, Facebook lied about how much they were lying.
Mm-hmm.
Confused? Well, let's take a trip down memory lane. Back to the year 2015.
I remember it like it was 17 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was better times.
Back in 2015, when people in the world of corporate digital video content, including us at the time, and the news media, were told that Facebook was the new YouTube. And there was data to back that up.
Shift gears, everyone.
Pivot.
Yes. Facebook already had native video for a few years before 2015, but that was the year that they really started pitching themselves as a video platform for major brands, and also a superior alternative to YouTube thanks to Facebook's much more detailed user analytics. They added an autoplay feature that would play videos as you scrolled through your feed, and they prioritized native video in the news feed. In early 2015, Facebook was reporting 3 billion video views per day. And by the end of that year, that number had jumped to 8 billion video views on Facebook every day. Wow! Wow! How do I get on this gold rush? Obviously, companies working in online video and news media would be fools to pass up this opportunity for audience growth. So hey, they headed west with their pitchforks in hand to get some of that Facebook gold.
There's gold in that news feed.
Yeah, so across the media landscape, companies pivoted to Facebook video.
Yeah, and also just, for context, online media has struggled to turn a profit forever, but especially the last 15 years. So yeah, running out of options, Facebook.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
We can reach every person on the planet twice today.
So for companies already primarily working in video, like your Machinimas and your College Humors.
And your Cracks and your SourceFeds.
Right.
And, yeah.
For them, it was a relatively minor adjustment. But for news media, this meant laying off writing staff and hiring video staff. So a lot of people lost their jobs. This happened at MTV, Fox Sports, Mashable, Mike, Vice, Upworthy, and countless other media outlets from major newspapers and magazines down to local news. It was, by most accounts, a terrible time to be a print journalist, and things have not ever really recovered. But hey, with text-based media apparently dying, what other option was there? And with the insane engagement numbers coming out of Facebook video, it was clear that this was, in fact, the future of media.
Look at everyone consuming it. Yeah. All of it. Every second and enjoying it. And completely attentive to what was happening on the screen.
Yeah. Now, never mind that for most of 2015, when all of this was happening, Facebook hadn't yet even started cutting these companies in on the monetization. I mean, that would surely come, and it would be all worth it once it did.
Yeah, could you imagine? Once they turn that faucet and the gold starts running, you'd be an idiot not to have your pockets out and hanging out.
You're calling me an idiot for pivoting my entire business over to a platform that doesn't yet pay me any money?
Risking tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to construct entire teams to deliver this content there? Well, surely we're going to...
Ye of little faith.
You'll see. This back in
Once
no time.
Mark Zuckerberg opens up his wallet, we're going to be swimming in cash like Scrooge McDuck.
Also, get out of here, you boring print journalist. No one wants to read anymore.
Yeah, why don't you go to medium.com, write your posts over there.
Now, an article in the Columbia Journalism Review from September 2017 summed things up pretty well with even a South Park reference. Step 1. Lay off most of your writers who produce stories fast and cheaply for your own website. Step 2, produce more video, which is vastly more expensive and time-consuming, and which only finds an audience on other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Step 3, question mark. Step 4, profit.
There you go.
Step 4 never arrived, though, because all of Facebook's metrics were complete bullshit. Now, for one thing, a view was defined as someone watching a video for at least 3 seconds, essentially just scrolling past. Now, we knew about that.
That was public information.
But that's the thing is, despite it being public information, I don't think that companies were too quick to let brands know about that. Or advertisers know about that.
Yeah, it was a very wink-wink sort of thing.
Well, we're just not going to come out and say it.
No, it's a view. The word I'm using view for right now is not in any way what you think I'd
Literally,
be
someone could have potentially seen it. So yes, a view was at least three seconds. That's you're scrolling by it on your newsfeed. It's nothing.
Boom, that's a view.
But once monetization was implemented, ads didn't show up until at least 20 seconds in. But secondly, even with their absolutely absurd definition of what constituted a view, Facebook was also just flat out lying about their video metrics.
In September 2016, Facebook admitted to all those advertisers that they'd lured over from YouTube that they just realized that they'd accidentally been counting views under 3 seconds as ad views, and therefore had overestimated ad engagement by between 60 and 80%.
Oh, well.
Just, little
Oops.
goops. 2 months later, they admitted to also screwing up the numbers on various other ad metrics, not video related. And then people noticed that Facebook's ad manager was claiming to reach more people in various demographics than actually even exist. So yeah, these advertisers, they were all quite upset about having collectively spent billions of dollars under false pretenses. So they sued Facebook, and in their lawsuit, they alleged that even when Facebook admitted their numbers were fake, they'd actually lied then too. And instead of numbers being inflated by 60 to 80%, it was actually closer to 150 to 900%. Basically, fucking no one was watching ads, but Facebook was telling them that a lot of people were.
Prove they are not. Yeah. In the meantime, though, all those companies that laid off writers to hire video personnel now started laying off video personnel because, as it turned out, they weren't making any more money, and the traffic to their own native websites actually went down significantly in a lot of cases, and that rendered these companies worse off than they were before. It was not a good time to be working in digital media. I can't wait to tell my grandkids about it. Just like the grandfathers of old talking about the gold rush. And you're probably already aware about this, but it still isn't a good time to be working in digital media because it's not easy to just bounce back from all of that.
Yeah.
But the advertising agencies who got ripped off, they did get some of their money back. $40 million, as it's been revealed this week. Great. It's pocket change compared to what they'd spent. And of course, much of that is going to go to attorney's fees. So essentially nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Facebook didn't learn their lesson. Companies didn't get their money back. Lawyers got paid.
Yeah, good for them.
They always do. Meanwhile, people across the industry who lost their jobs don't have much of a leg to stand on legally, since it was their bosses who ultimately made the decision to pivot to video. And for a lot of those people, those companies don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Facebook absolutely fucked over the ad industry, the digital video industry, and the digital news industry, and got away with it all by just pulling some change out of Mark Zuckerberg's car ashtray.
Oh, you're mad?
Okay, go away now. Bye. Thank you. Oh, this is all done now. Thanks.
Yeah. What a wild story.
It sucks.
It's still upsetting. And,
we've had lots. We experienced it firsthand, not as severely as some, but definitely witnessed a lot of it firsthand. There's definitely entire companies that went under.
Yeah,
entire teams that went under. SourceFed, Cracked, College Humor. But it was not fun, and we kept telling people that this was dumb, a bad idea. The views weren't actual real views. There was no audience retention. There was no money to be made. And why are you doing this? Also, why are you yelling at people who are actually creating content that people watch for not doing enough because you could do nothing on Facebook and get 1 million views? So again, we said it on the podcast, but one more time, fuck every executive who did that to us.
Amen. Now, of course, in the 4 years since pivot to video, trust in Facebook from both the public and other companies has deteriorated quite a bit. Almost completely. Thanks to this and various other scandals, too numerous to list. So it warms our heart every time something bad happens to them. And the latest example of this is their upcoming cryptocurrency just absolutely falling apart.
That was called Ligma, right?
Ligma coin. Falling apart to the point where, like, I would be surprised if it ever sees the light of day. I mean, it's 50-50.
It's literally going to end up being their version of Bits, which I think already exists.
As you'll recall, a few months back, Facebook announced Libra, their own cryptocurrency. Now, it wasn't all bad. In fact, some aspects of it were good, forward-thinking ideas. But the idea of Facebook having its own currency is a huge red flag for most people at this point, as well as most world governments. So to ease everyone's fears, though, their justifiable fears, the announcement of Libra included the Libra Association, a group of companies and organizations from around the world who would collectively oversee the currency, ensuring that Facebook wouldn't be running things all by themselves.
Well, despite the initial list of Libra Association members being quite robust, in the past week or so, a lot of names in that list have just changed their mind. PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, eBay, Stripe, and Mercado Pago all dropped out just before the Libra Association's first formal meeting this week. And those are big names.
Yeah.
Oops. Visa and MasterCard? Yikes. Now, notably, these are all payment companies of some sort, and as of now, only one payment company, Dutch company PayU, is still involved. Meanwhile, online travel company Booking Holdings also dropped out. So that's 7 of Libra's original 28 members, or 25%, who have just abandoned it before launch.
The reason for this seems to be that these companies, specifically the payment ones, they've seen how much scrutiny and potential liability Libra is attracting from world governments, and they just don't want the trouble or the responsibility. It's basically like, oh, so you're not just going to yell at Mark, you're going to yell at all of us? Mm-hmm. Well, whatever.
Don't look into our books.
Yeah. It was a cool idea for them when it meant just accepting a new form of currency. Sure, no problem. But a lot less cool when it meant that they might have to appear before Congress or Parliament or wherever right alongside Mark Zuckerberg to get grilled about Libra, as Zuckerberg himself is scheduled to do next week.
Oh, this isn't the type of grilling I like. I like the type of grilling where I'm in the backyard.
I like smoked meats. Sweet baby Rays. Libra needs these payment companies, the eBays, the Visas,
Stripes.
The MasterCards, the Stripes. They need them a lot more than those payment companies need Libra. They might join up later when things are more fleshed out. But for now, it's just really not worth it for any of them to be involved in this. They're like, we already handled the money.
Yeah.
We're going to keep handling the money. There's like a 50-50 chance this Libra thing doesn't even get off the ground, so why are we going to stick our neck out for it?
Wait, you're telling me Facebook could have potentially lied to companies or said things under false pretenses?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they just don't trust Facebook. They're like, they're going to something's going to come out and they're going to make us look like evil fucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, but like everyone knows Facebook's evil fucks and they're going to do some evil shit and we're going to get this, it's going to be our fault.
It's a no-win situation for them.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah. Anyways, it's time now for an ad break. This episode is sponsored by Mugsy Jeans. They are the most comfortable men's jeans ever.
They are very comfortable.
Mugsy jeans are real jeans that feel as comfortable as sweatpants. The magic is in the fabrics, which include a blend of high-tech materials that make these jeans mind-blowingly soft and flexible. Best of all, Mugsy's come in a stylish fit that's not too baggy, not too tight, so you look even better than you feel.
If you want comfortable jeans that look good, Mugsy jeans are for you. The folks at Mugsy are so confident that you'll love them that they offer free USA shipping and returns, so your comfort is 100% guaranteed. Do those legs a favor. Grab your own pair of the jeans that are sweeping the nation by heading to Mugsy.com, that's Mugsy, and use promo code NEWSDAY for $10 off. Again, that's Mugsy.com. Use code NEWSDAY for $10 off.
And this episode is also sponsored by Capterra. What if you could make your work take less work? You can with Capterra. Capterra helps you find the right software for your needs fast so you can get back to business even faster. Compare thousands of software options, read reviews, and instantly narrow your favorites. You'll have more time in no time. Find the right software right now at capterra.com/newsday.
Capterra is the leading free online resource to help you find the best software solution for your business. With over 1 million reviews of products from real software users, discover everything you need to make an informed decision. Search more than 700 specific categories of software, everything from project management to email marketing to yoga studio management software. No matter what kind of software your business needs, Capterra makes it easy to discover the right solution fast. Join the millions of people who use Capterra each month to find the right tools for their business. Visit capterra.com/newsday for free today to find the tools to make an informed software decision for your business. Capterra.com/newsday. That's Capterra. Capterra. Software selection simplified.
Now back to the news. We've recently had big product unveiling events from Apple and Microsoft, and this week was Google's turn to finally unveil their latest line of Pixel products.
What could they possibly look like?
Oh my God, I can't even imagine it. It's so secretive.
Wow.
This being Google, though, there weren't a ton of surprises, thanks to the fact that most of this information was leaked out months ago. Google, they don't really seem to give a damn about keeping things under wraps, so we've known for quite some time what the Pixel 4 looks like, and that it has 2 rear cameras like a lot of other phones do, and that it has face unlock and gesture control. But, I mean, sure, let's see what else it got.
What else you got, Google? So yeah, that face unlock is, according to Google, the fastest face unlock of any available phone, which is good if true.
I still would much rather have the fingerprint.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where features don't appeal to me at all. And this one has a lot of those.
Yeah.
The gesture controls, which I would also never use, they seem to mainly be for like skipping music tracks and denying incoming phone calls, which is all fine, but not especially life-changing.
The one I do like is where it can tell when you're reaching for it when it's doing the alarm and it turns it down a little bit.
That is nice.
But I could live without that. Yeah.
The amount of technology and work that went into
We shrunk our radar from this big to this big so that you could tell your phone to shut the fuck up.
It's remarkable. Very cool. Cool trick.
Yeah.
The new dual camera system is pretty fucking impressive, though. The Pixel 3's night sight feature is now in the Pixel 4 even more powerful for taking pictures in the dark without a flash, and has got a long exposure mode that lets you take pictures of stars. Portrait mode, which adds depth of field blurring to photos, previously has mainly worked in close-up shots, but thanks to the two cameras, it's now a lot more versatile. You can do medium shots, wide shots. Wow. And a new feature called Super Res Zoom uses the telephoto lens and some machine learning voodoo to take very high-quality shots from very far away while you've pinch zoomed in super close.
The camera on the Pixel phones is always unbelievable, so this one's no different. There's also finally a native audio recorder app simply called Recorder, which not only records audio, but also transcribes it live. Those transcriptions are searchable, so this seems like it'll be really useful for students or people who attend a lot of meetings.
Get consent, though, if you live in California or any two-party state.
Check your state's laws. In a business meeting, it should be fine because everyone should be under the assumption that it would be recorded. And it's also going to cause a lot of like workplace drama too, because people are going to be like, I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you fucking did.
Search it right here. I searched it, and let's play, and oh yeah.
It's not going to be long before every conversation you have is transcribed, and you're like,
oh, Mark, it's right here. You did say that video views under 3 seconds shouldn't be counted as views, and yet, later in the meeting, you said they were.
Anyways, here's what's available. The 5.7-inch Pixel 4 and the 6.3-inch Pixel 4 XL, they both have the same features. It's nice.
Yeah.
The Pixel 4 starts at $800. The XL starts at $900. Both of those have 64 gigs of storage. It'll cost you another $100 on each for 128 gigs of storage, which is fucking stupid because it doesn't actually cost that much more. But these phones have unlimited cloud storage for photos and videos, so you probably don't need it. I don't have a 128 gig one. Maybe if you're really serious about photography, because those cloud photos are going to be compressed now.
Yeah, if you're shooting a lot of like raw photos and you're like, all right,
dump it onto Google.
Can't wait to 6 months from now to go in and do some raw photo editing. And then you're like, what the fuck? No. So yeah, but I mean, that's a niche case. They also unveiled the new true wireless Pixel Buds. Their answer to Apple's AirPods and like with AirPods and Microsoft's new AirBuds that they showed off last week, they're very conspicuous. You're going to let people know you got something in your ears. Though thankfully less so than Microsoft's. Microsoft's look very dumb. The battery life is the same as Apple's, 5 hours continuous play, 24 hours with the charging case. But what's impressive is the range. They say that the long-range Bluetooth works from up to 3 rooms away indoors or up to 100 yards outdoors, so you definitely don't need to be near your phone while using them. They said like, oh, you can go to the gym, put your phone in your locker, and then like, I mean, if it works, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If it works. And of course, they allow all the hands-free Google Assistant features that you'd expect. They're going to cost $180, but they're not due for release until spring. And Google says they've got more to announce in the meantime, particularly as it pertains to the tiny machine learning chips that they've built into these things.
Yeah.
I was just thinking today, listening on my Raycon earbuds, how it just didn't occur to me until today. I was like, how fucking incredible, like a feat of engineering true wireless earbuds are.
Yeah.
They're tiny. There's so much in there. How do they do it?
Well,
how? Wow.
That's why I'm not a scientist.
Nope.
Or an engineer.
That's why I'm not a headphone scientist. I'm a headphone consumer.
Google also showed off a new laptop, the Pixelbook Go, which starts at $650. It's, standard basic touchscreen laptop for doing routine laptop stuff on. Like every laptop that Google makes, though, it runs on Chrome OS. And while there's apps for most tasks, the fact that it can't run anything outside of the Chrome OS or Android ecosystems might be a deal breaker for a lot of people. For $650, I mean, I don't know, go get a regular laptop. Anyways, for those people who just need to browse the internet and use Google Docs, it's great. There you go.
Yeah, get this before you get a MacBook.
When your kids ask you for a MacBook before they go off to college, say, no, fuck you. You're not in my house anymore.
Yeah.
Here's your fucking Google Chromebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$650.
It's not cheap.
I mean, for a laptop, this thing's really well built.
They have Chromebooks for like $300 or $400 if you're just browsing and doing Google Docs.
Yeah, but those are for like babies.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're giving it to a child, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
In the latest example of Google being terrible at consistent branding, the Google Home Mini is now the Nest Mini, which I guess does make sense because it's now more integrated into the Nest family of smart home appliances. Having multiple Nest Minis in your home now allows you to basically have a home intercom system. Great. And also allows you to have a home phone through Google Duo, but it is not a home phone. If the power goes out, whoops, not a home phone. While you're away from home, it does detect sounds like dogs barking and smoke alarms and whatnot, and it'll send you alerts. It allows you to listen in, which is all very nice. And the new Nest Wi-Fi router replaces the old Google Home router, and the expansion points for it each function as both the Wi-Fi extender and a connected smart speaker. So yeah, cool.
There you go.
And finally, they announced Stadia is going to be available on November 19th.
Oh, hooray.
They literally just like, all right, and Stadia's coming out November 19th, and moving on.
All these smart speakers, your one-bedroom apartment is going to be cranking when you got 7 or 8 of these bad boys all surrounding it.
Yeah, you're going to be able to, every moment of your life is going to be living on a server somewhere in Northern California.
Transcribed.
Yeah.
I never said that. Yeah, you did. It's right here. So anyways, that basically wraps up device news season for 2019. And for our last bit of news, as you probably assume, deepfakes, they're not going backwards.
No.
They're getting better. In fact, they're getting way too good. That's something that we and a lot of other people have said over and over again, but the latest example comes to us via a YouTube video collaboration between actor Jim Meskimen and deepfake artist Shamook. Meskimen is a skilled impressionist able to accurately impersonate all sorts of famous people, and with some terrifyingly good deepfake work done on his face, this video features him shifting from one famous face to another, 20 in total, in ways that would have been unbelievable even for Hollywood just a few years ago. Now, Shamook says the 2.5-minute video took him 250 hours of work, so it's not just like he flipped a switch, but it's very easy to envision this kind of thing being done not for fun, but for evil, and also becoming easier and quicker to do in the future.
Yeah.
You know, add a believable costume, hairstyle, and location, and it would be nearly impossible to tell this apart from the real thing. And that's even if you know what a deepfake is, which a lot of people have no idea about this stuff, so wouldn't question it at all.
People are incredibly dumb. Like, millions of people thought that a video of Nancy Pelosi, which was literally just slowed down, like dumbest fucking middle school trick in the book, thought it was real.
Yeah.
Deepfakes are gonna, all the boomers, their brains are officially gonna fall out of their ears once the deepfakes hit mainstream, which they will.
Yeah.
Certainly. 100%.
The good thing is like you're gonna be able to find a nicer old person and just deepfake your dad's face on top of it and talk to them.
Yeah, that's a good point. You use those projectors that they got in Hong Kong that project other faces.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Get me a surrogate. No, I
Yeah.
love my dad.
When your boomer goes bad, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Hire a new boomer who's good.
The
And
Zoomers have
project-
fixed the boomers. The cycle continues.
That's one of many new Disney movies coming to Disney Plus. The
Zoomers fix the boomers. Yep.
They got a lot of movies.
And the dog talks. And the dog talks in it too.
Well, please, if you haven't already, or if you would feel so inclined and want to give us money on Patreon or here on YouTube, we have a podcast, a weekly one. We talked about El Camino this week. We talked about the same Facebook topic, but in a much more angry and slightly more drunk while doing it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched yesterday's episode about more Hong Kong bullshit, please do. And also
Weekly Weird News.
Weekly Weird News.
Jacob Wall, Blippy. There you go.
Yep.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.